Hello everyone, welcome to Kitty Rising, where we use the tool of tarot to rise above and live our most abundant lives. Welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. Today we are getting specific advice from your spirit guides. So specific advice on your current situation, whatever is going on in your life. We're getting advice from your guides. So we have 3 groups to choose from. I shuffled and drew a card for each group. This is group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. So use your intuition and see which card is calling to you. Perhaps it's the number, the keyword, the phrases on here, or the animals. There is no wrong answer. Whatever feels right to you is what you should go with. You can pause the video if you need more time. There will be timestamps in chapters below, and I will see you in your reading. Welcome, group number 1, to your reading. What advice does your spirit team, your spirit guides have for you? So the card you chose, which is your main message here, is card number 15, Ego. And this is the Siamese cat here. You may feel that you're trapped in your situation, but that's not true. Be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth and break free of negative thinking. So the main thing jumping out at me here is definitely break free of negative thinking and feeling like you're trapped. Your spirit guides want you to know that, things may not be as you would like right now. You may not like the situation you're in, your current circumstances, and you may feel like there's no way out or it's going to be really difficult to get out, but they want you to know that is not true. That is a limiting belief, and you have the power to change. You have the power to live the life you want, to make the changes you need in order to do so. We see this cat has a leash around its neck like it is trapped here. But you are not trapped. You are not stuck. A lot of times, like with how it says ego here, our ego will make us think certain things like that to protect us. It's a protective mechanism that humans have had forever, as long as we know. But, it has its purpose in life, but like in fight or flight type situations. But sometimes we need to let our ego go and rise above that and see it for what it is. So group number 1, you are not trapped and there is a way out of your situation. So let's see what other cards come up so we can get more advice on how to move forward in your current life circumstances right now. So thank you so much for being here, group number 1. Thank you to your spirit guides, my spirit guides, for assisting with today's reading. So we're doing a 6-card spread today using my newest tarot deck, the Animal Guides Tarot. I always link the decks I'm using down below, just FYI, if anyone's curious. This is a brand new release, and I'm loving it. But Spirit, what should group number 1 be focusing on right now? What should group number 1 be focusing on at this time? We have the 9 of Air here. Sea Lion. Your worries and fears aren't real. They're fueled by focusing on the negative, which gives power to that which you're afraid of. Stop worrying, let go of fear, and everything will be okay. Wow, your spirit guides are really coming through today, because this message, is really going in line with what we've already touched on. The only things really stopping you in life, sometimes it can be hard to hear this, but it's, it's us, it's you, it's your fears, your worries, your ego. Thinking about all the negative things. Maybe your tendency is to think about what could go wrong. But group 1, like, what if things go right? What if things work out? Because that is a possibility, and very likely if you start to believe it and you start to think that way. Your fear and negative thoughts are keeping you seemingly trapped. See, this like little sea lion here is on this little rock and is surrounded by water, and this water I'm seeing here, this is like the water represents emotions. It's kind of rough, choppy water here. So rough emotions, negative thoughts, fears, worries, anxiety. In the 9 of Air, which is the 9 of Swords, that, the traditional like Rider-Waite-Smith, you see someone in bed up at night with insomnia, like just really anxious, really worried. So It's not easy to let go of fears and worries, but just recognizing that that could be what's keeping you trapped and stuck in your current situation is amazing, because now you can squash those limiting beliefs. You can recognize those thoughts and those fears when they arise, and you can start to replace them with affirmations. You can replace your thoughts, before you spiral downward. Maybe you tend to do that with negative thoughts. That's common, you can catch yourself and have some tools in your tool belt, like positive affirmations, going on a walk, whatever it is that works for you, so you can break free of that spiral of negative thinking. Everything will be okay. So yeah, it seems like your spirit guides really want you to focus on your thoughts and your fears primarily at this time, because that is what is keeping you feeling trapped. Spirit guides of group number 1, what should not be a priority for them at this time? What can be kind of put on the back burner for now? What is not a priority, or what should not be a priority for group number 1 at this time? We have 16, life experience. Important changes are coming into your life that will require you to take action. Don't hesitate to move in new directions you know are right for you. So this is actually the Tower in traditional tarot, but they changed the name here to life experience. So this card is talking about changes are coming into your life. And, that is actually something you really are wanting, it seems, because we can see that you feel trapped in your situation right now. But the thing is, right now, you don't need to worry about massive action. Because a lot of times when we think about massive action, that is where all the fears and worries and like the freeze response comes from, because we're so overwhelmed. We feel like, I have so much I need to do, so much I need to change, then that we don't even know where to begin or what to do, and then we end up doing nothing at all. So your spirit guides want you to break things down and start small. Don't think about the huge changes you need to make. Start with your thoughts as they come and go. That's a great place to start. Thinking about your fears and worries instead of the huge things and I need to, it's going to be different for each person, but maybe you want to move or change careers, and that just seems so daunting in itself, but you can break that down into more smaller actionable steps that you're actually able to accomplish. Smaller goals, you might have these huge goals you have in life, but breaking those down is really going to be the key to success here. And Spirit really wants you to start with identifying your limiting beliefs and working on shifting those beliefs. And I feel like for a lot of you, your spirit guides are really recommending starting with, since there's a lot of negative thinking here, starting with positive affirmations. And you can just be like, I am capable of achieving my dreams. I'm worthy of whatever it is I desire. It's going to be specific to whatever you're in. I am strong. I am brave. I am courageous. Maybe just things like that, especially if you are feeling fear, especially about big changes you're wanting in your life. But yeah, your spirit guides want you don't need to focus on the huge changes right now. There's small everyday things you can do, at this time. What is something going on that's relevant for group number 1 that they aren't aware of that you would like to bring to their attention? What would you like to bring to group number 1's attention at this time? The 7 of Air, the Magpie. Caution will help you avoid loss of valuables, including non-material resources such as time or peace of mind. Be aware of the results of your action as well as what others might be doing behind your back. I'm just going to stand up for a second, make sure this is all in frame. These cards are pretty big. All right. This is actually a card I drew for myself today, and what really resonated for me that may be for you is where are you putting your resources, specifically your time? You might not realize that a lot of your time is going towards the fears and the worries, or to people who don't really support you or love you the way you deserve, or all your time is going to things you don't even like, The main thing I'm seeing is avoiding the loss of time. Where is your time going? That is your most precious resource, honestly, in my opinion. So really looking at where your time is going and reprioritizing that could be a great step too on what to focus on now, instead of the huge changes. Like, how can you change your day-to-day time? Where is it going? And are there people in your life that maybe aren't that great for you? Maybe you're feeling trapped in a current relationship and they might be going behind your back and doing things, and maybe you think you have to stay in that relationship or friendship or job because, it's all you have. But Spirit's trying to draw to your attention that you are not trapped and you are so worthy, group number one, of the life you want, the relationships you want, the job you want, whatever it is you want. And you don't need to settle for people that make you feel less, that make you feel like you're trapped or stuck. That's not how you should feel. So how can we make small changes today to reprioritize our time, being aware of what others might be doing, and maybe start planning to break away from that. But again, you don't need to stress yourself out by thinking about the big changes. A lot of this for most of you is going to be, how can you spend your day-to-day? How can you spend your time? Where is your precious resource of time going? Do you spend a lot of your time just in this state of worry and fear and then not on actually doing things that you want to do? Maybe just really realizing that will help, you shift things. And again, we have a lot of air energy here. Air is like our thoughts and our words. So how can we speak to ourselves? How can we change this language, this negative language we've been having towards ourselves, towards life in general? How can we shift that? And again, it's coming up, positive affirmations, maybe making a list of all the things you want to achieve in life and then comparing that to a day in your life. Maybe you can keep track of what it is you do and you can reprioritize your time. Because I feel a main thing here that a lot of people aren't aware of is that your time is going to things that are not in alignment with what it is you truly desire. Spirit guides of group number one, what do you recommend that they completely avoid at this time? What should group number one avoid right now? I just giggle because it's so cute. Seven of Earth, cow. The planning, resources, and efforts you've invested in your dream will reap great rewards. In the meantime, have patience and meditate on your next steps. Interesting. I feel like spirits want you to realize that what you've been putting your time and resources into is not what's reaping you the rewards that you want. You're avoiding having patience and just reaping the rewards of what's going on, because I feel like you've been putting your time and your resources and all that into something that isn't giving you what you want. And that's why you're feeling this anxiety. That's why you're feeling trapped, is because what you're doing right now, your time, your thoughts, where you're putting your energy and all of that is not in alignment with what you truly want. And that's why you're feeling off. So instead of just letting things keep going as they are, now is the time to really think about where you're investing your time and your energy. What relationships are you investing your time in and energy in? What about your day-to-day, like we've been talking about? Because right now, this card is telling me, where you're putting your resources and efforts and stuff isn't giving you the rewards that you want. And now is the time to start shifting where your time's going, your energy is going, or else you will remain feeling trapped. It's not the time for total inactivity here. It's not the time of continuing to do things the way you have been doing, because they're not reaping the rewards that you want. What is your overall advice? What advice do you have for group number one? What advice do you have? I like this card. The Two of Wands, or the Two of Fire. Pelican. Your vision, creativity, and dedication to your cause have brought you great success. In fact, it may be in your best interest to get a partner to assist in your endeavors or expand the number of people helping you. So I said I like this card right away because the Two of Wands is planning for the future, you know, is thinking about the steps you're going to take next. It's making choices that are in alignment with what you desire. What is your vision, group number one? What is it you want? Again, it's time to dedicate yourself to what it is you want. And when you start to align with your true vision, maybe that would be a great journal prompt, or it would be a great journal prompt for you if you guys want to write that down to answer after this or whenever you have the time. What is your vision? What do you want in life? And get really honest and take time to think about that. And then after that, you're going to be able to better make choices and plans to move forward. And it might be in your best interest to get a partner to assist you in your endeavors. Yeah, I feel like there's some people, some relationships in your life that you've been, prioritizing your energy towards, your time, that may not have your best interest at heart, or your values, your visions are no longer aligned or never were aligned in the first place. And it could be really beneficial to start putting time and energy into relationships that are aligned with you, with people who do have your best interest at heart. And when you're with people like that, that's when things are really going to change and take off for you, group number one. So what is your vision? What actions can you take? What choices can you make? And again, don't get too overwhelmed by this. We're going to break it down so you can start thinking about your overall vision and what you want in life. And then you can start breaking that down into, like, what do I do with my, my daily time? Who am I prioritizing? Am I putting my resources and efforts into things that are rewarding me? These are I feel like journaling and getting really clear on all of this is going to help you drastically and help you get out of a trap situation, whatever it is that you're not happy with, and get into alignment. Yeah, so your spirit guides are definitely here today to help you get into alignment and recognize things. I know this is just a general quick reading, so that's why I feel like they're really emphasizing these journal prompts. I'll just say them again, just for anyone who is wanting to write them down or put it in your phone app or notes app or whatever. What is your vision? What do you want in life? What are your goals? And then for each of those goals, can you break them down into smaller goals, into actionable steps you can take at this time? And then another thing is to document what you do in a day. And then see if your actions and if your time is going into things that are valuable to you, if you're reaping the rewards, like where are your resources and efforts going? And then after that, you can, make the shifts, you can make changes to be more in alignment with what it is you do want, because now you're getting clarity on what it is you want in life. And you're going to see this clarity, this insight into what you truly want, what your vision is in life, is going to help you get out of whatever situation you feel trapped in. And it'll really help you break free the fears and the worries as well. When you have clarity, I feel like a lot of fear comes from fear of the unknown, and not knowing what to do next. So this clarity will be so helpful and so beneficial for you, group number one. And then it would also be beneficial to write down 3 to 5 affirmations you can say throughout the day that will help break you free of any negative thinking, and those will be specific to each one of you. But that concludes your reading advice from your spirit guides. I hope you got the guidance, the advice, the messages you needed most at this time. If you did enjoy this reading, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like this video, leave a comment if you wish, and if you would like to book a private reading with me, my email is down below. I'm truly so grateful you're here. I wish you all the best. I love you so much. Remember, group number one, you are so worthy of the life you want to live. So worthy. So don't play small, dream big, and go after it. I love you so much. Bye. Welcome, group number 2, to your reading. We're getting advice from your spirit guides. So you chose this card here, which is your main message, 5 of air, the collie dog. Your current path isn't leading you towards the happiest possible outcome, so why not change it? Always maintain integrity and compassion, but be alert to hidden agendas of others. Ooh, okay, so I feel like your guides are really calling attention to something being out of alignment right now in your life. And when things are out of alignment, it could show up as, feelings of suffering, dissatisfaction, unhappiness. There could be discord among people, just really not being happy. And that makes sense. When you're out of alignment, your current path isn't leading you towards the happiest possible outcome. So why not change it? So I feel like your guides are here today to point out this and talk about what changes you can make. There could be specifically relationships in your life that are out of alignment right now. It says, be alert to the hidden agendas of others. The 5 of air is the 5 of swords, traditionally called. And, you can see 2 people here kind of arguing. And sometimes it can be that, like, people trying to one up the other person, kind of a bullying type energy, just trying to get ahead and trying to get what they want out of something, like the hidden agenda, like this card says. Excuse me. So we're going to get some more advice, some more messages from your spirit team now. Thank you so much for being here, by the way, my beautiful group number 2s. Thank you to your spirit guides and my spirit guides for assisting with today's reading. Spirit guides of group number 2. What should group number 2 focus their attention and energy on this time? At this time, what should group number 2 be focused on? 9 of fire, gazelle. You've worked hard, and what you've created is impressive and worthy of protecting. Annoying challenges may pop up, but don't worry, you'll get through them just as you have in the past. Ooh, okay, yes. This is saying, like, maybe things aren't easy right now. There are challenges, and you do, like, maybe you are really feeling called to make some changes, and you will be okay. You will get through this. I'm also getting this message, you've created something that is impressive and worthy of protecting. And then we have be alert to the hidden agendas of others. So perhaps someone, could be trying to take credit for your work or something like that. It's going to be different for each person. But there may be someone in your life that is really trying to interfere with something that you worked hard on. Especially fire signs are the wands, and that really has to do with like business, your passions, whatever you've been working hard on. Yeah. And I feel like Spirit is also saying focus on keeping your head up, knowing like maybe there are some hard times happening right now, or you're anticipating some challenges because there's some changes you need to make, but you've gotten through so much in your life. Just think about all the things you've gone through, all you've experienced before, and how you've come through on the other end. And a lot of times it sucks during it, right? But then after you've learned some lessons and then you realize you're having even a better experience, better people, whatever it is on the other side. So know that it's not easy having to make certain changes in your life, but these changes, these challenges that are occurring are, you're going to get through them, and it's going to be even better on the other side. You've got this. You are so strong. You are so resilient. The 9 of fire is so resilient. So resilient. You can get through anything. But yeah, there's definitely this message of protecting something that someone might be trying to interfere with, some sort of hidden agenda. And like the 2 things that are really coming to me mostly have to do with your work and also your relationships. Maybe your family or something like that. Let's see what else is coming through, and we could get more clarity on that. But again, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind. What's really coming through is, knowing that some changes are needed. Something's out of alignment, and it might be challenging, but you will come out the other side. You will get through any challenges that pop up. What is not a priority for group number 2? What is not a priority? What can they kind of put in the back burner while they focus on other things right now? 5 of water, the dragonfly. Focus upon the fact that Source loves you and always has the highest intentions for you. A positive outlook makes it easier to recover from life's little difficulties so that you can move onward and upward. So the 5 of water is the 5 of cups traditionally, and in that, this card really talks about not focusing on the negative. So that makes sense for that not to be a priority right now. Like in the 5 of cups in the Rider-Waite-Smith, you see someone focusing on the spilled glasses in front of them, not realizing they have 2 cups behind them that are perfectly fine, And again, this is talking about life's difficulties. So I feel like there's something here that you're going to be letting go of. Maybe you're in the process of, or you've already let this go. And for a lot of people, I feel like this is a relationship, maybe even a job. Again, it's a general reading, but your spirit guides want you to know you are so loved, and everything's connected. Everything happens for a reason. If we're losing certain things in our life, like relationships or jobs, whatever it may be, it may really suck in the present. There's always a silver lining. There's always something to learn. There's a way you're going to evolve and grow, and your life will eventually shift in a direction, and it'll all make sense. So yeah, it'll be really helpful right now to try and remain positive, look at the positive. And if, there are difficulties that come up, if there is a lot of friction, if there's a lot of discomfort, any sort of suffering going on, maybe there really is something out of alignment that is, you're feeling this suffering. We've talked about this before in the channel, like suffering is never pleasant, but we have it for a reason. It's letting us know that something is out of alignment. So instead of just sitting in that energy, we can start to think through things and look at our life and see what is not working for me anymore. Is this relationship I'm in? Is this working for me still? Is this job? Are these friendships? Is this town I live in? There's just something that seems to be making you feel not happy, and your spirit guides want you to know if you stay in that situation, like things aren't really going to change. You're going to continue feeling that suffering, that discomfort, So whenever you feel suffering, whenever you feel out of alignment, what changes can you make? How can you shift so you can bring more happiness and joy into your life? Just sitting in that energy of feeling lost or lack isn't really going to do much. Of course, take the time you need to process your emotions. But I feel like your spirit guides are really wanting you to move onward and upward, like this card says. What is something that group number 2 is unaware of that you would like to make known to them right now? What would you like to be made known to group number 2 at this time? King of Water, the Penguin. A trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. You may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. This is warm-hearted, devoted, loving, faithful. I really do feel like, I'm going to stand up for a second to make sure these cards are in frame. Yeah, looks fine. I really feel like you guys are being guided to a new relationship. That's what I was kind of sensing, that for a lot of you, that there has been some sort of relationship in your life that you're just butting heads, that you're no longer in alignment. For a lot of you, this will be romantic, but it can be any sort of connection. And, I feel like a lot of you may be staying together because you're afraid of loss. You're afraid of being alone or afraid of the unknown. But I feel like Spirit is really making it clear, your guides are really making it clear that a trustworthy person or relationship is entering your life. Maybe they've already kind of entered your life and you've kind of already like, kind of had your eyes on them or something like that, but there's someone else, like maybe this hidden agenda, maybe someone in your life is like, you shouldn't be friends with them, you shouldn't work with them, you shouldn't do that, because they have their own agenda. They just want to keep you to yourself. They want you to keep you small, but you are not meant to be small. You're meant to shine. You are meant to evolve. We as humans are meant to change. That's the only constant in life is change. So I feel like there's someone in your life that wants to keep you to themselves or keep you from staying small, because maybe perhaps you have a job offer or a new relationship coming into your life, and your friend or your mom or whoever doesn't want you to move or doesn't want you to spend more time with someone else, but I feel like there's someone that's entering your life or who has recently entered your life that is really going to help you like excel, to move on. That, and you'll know this in your heart that it feels right, it feels good. But I feel like there's someone around you that's that has their own hidden agenda, that's trying to make you play small for whatever reason. And your guides are really trying to make this clear to you. What do you recommend group number 2 avoid at this time? Oh, gotta give a cat pet. Hi, Emmy. What do you recommend group number 2 avoid at this time? What should group number 2 avoid at this time? The 2 of air, Dachshund dog. Procrastination and worrying what others will think are blocking you from making a decision. If you're torn between your own desires and someone else's, follow your inner guidance. Yes, Spirit's saying what to avoid right now is worrying what other people think. There is a new opportunity, a new relationship, a new job, something along those lines that's being offered to you. And you might be considering not doing it because of someone else's hidden agenda, because someone else wants you to play small and not change. Spirit's saying don't procrastinate. Avoid procrastination. Avoid worrying what others are thinking. If you're torn between your own desires and someone else's, follow your inner guidance. You know what's best for you. Follow your heart, group number 2. There's changes that, coming. You have desires in your heart for a reason. And your current path isn't leading you towards the happiest possible outcome. So why not change it? There is a change coming here. And I feel like the challenge, there's definitely a new opportunity coming for you guys. And again, for most of you, I feel like this is a new relationship, a new job, but it could be other things as well. And the challenges that are going to pop up are someone else in your life not wanting you to change, not wanting you to go after a new opportunity. And your main advice today is to do what feels right for you. And, it seems this new person that's offering you whatever this is trustworthy, but you know what's best. Follow your heart. Don't do what other people tell you to do unless it's aligned with what you want to do, Follow your inner guidance. What to avoid, worrying what others will think. They're going to block you from making the decision, block you from moving forward in your life path. You don't need to settle. You don't need to do what other people think just to make them happy. It's time to do what makes you happy, group number 2. Yeah, this is all coming together now. All right, let's see. Spirit, what is the overall advice you have for group number 2? What is the overall advice you have for group number 2? Oh my gosh, there's a Yep. 6 of air, rescue cat, mixed breed. The challenging times are coming to an end, and you can now breathe a sigh of relief. Let the past go and embrace the happier times ahead. The 6 of air, 6 of swords is all about transition, moving to calmer waters, transitioning to a new thing, change. Let the past go and embrace the happier times ahead. It's very clear here. You're being guided to change course, to change your path. And, we have multiple things here saying you will overcome any challenges that pop up. This discomfort you've had, the suffering you've had, sadness, stagnation, whatever it is, bad relationships, they're coming to an end. And you can now breathe a sigh of relief. Let the past go and embrace the happier times ahead. Yeah, your guides are really wanting you to transition into this new position, this new relationship, new place. Yeah, some of you guys may even be being called to move, to travel. So, your main advice, choose you. Choose your own happiness, group number 2. So you know what? You deserve it. And you're an amazing person. You care what other people think. You know, you want them to be happy too. But you can't put your happiness to the side for someone else. You know? People who truly love you will want you to be happy and do what you love, you know? They will let you go. They will let you do what you have to do. And it sucks we can't make everyone happy, but you know what? The only person we're in charge of making happy is ourselves. And you are so worthy of being happy. So embrace those happier times ahead, group number 2. They are coming. Like, you've worked hard on yourself, on your job, on all the things, you know? And you are deserving of whatever this new opportunity, whatever this change is that's coming into your life. So embrace it. Choose you. The time is now to choose you, group number 2. And that concludes your reading. I hope you got the messages, the guidance you needed at this time. If you did enjoy this reading, please subscribe, like this video, leave a comment if you would like to book a private reading with me. My email is down below. I truly wish you all the best. I love you guys so, so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Welcome, group number 3, to your reading. Today we're getting advice from your spirit guides specific to you and your situation. So you chose this card here, 19, the Sun, Bluebird. Your plans will work out well, bring you happiness, prosperity, and success. You'll garner the recognition for your accomplishments you so richly deserve. I love this. I feel like the main message coming through is that you, group number 3, you have this inkling, this urge, this desire to make a specific change, to go after a specific goal, to do X, Y, Z, whatever it is. And your spirit guides want you to know that you have that desire for a reason. And when you follow your desires, you follow your heart, you follow your inner compass, your plans will work out well. You will be happy, prosperous, and successful. So go after your dreams, go after your desires. No more playing small. You've got this. And, you know, this is all something you already know in your heart, something you want to do. Some of you guys haven't started this yet. Others of you, maybe you've started something and your spirit guides want you to know, keep going. You got this. And of course, along every path, there are bumps in the road. And maybe some of you guys recently have been wanting to give up on something, or have been doubting yourself, having some fears, worries about it. Your spirit guides don't want you to give up. They want you to know, you've got this. Your plans will work out well. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to see what else comes through. What other advice for you, group number 3. And those of you who have been going through a hard time, the Sun talks about success after struggles. So if you've been really struggling lately, having hard times, I feel like you will surmount those challenges, those problems, and there is happy times ahead for you. Beautiful, group number 3. But, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you to your spirit guides, to my spirit guides for assisting with today's reading. Spirit guides of group number 3. What should group number 3 focus on at this time? What would be most beneficial for group number 3 to focus on? King of Air, the humpback whale. At this time, it's very important that you communicate clearly, be objective and unemotional, and act professionally as possible. If you need advice, seek out the most experienced expert you can find. And the King of Air qualities are intelligent, impartial, respected, unemotional. Okay, so I feel like we've been talking about, you have plans, you have goals, something you want to achieve, and maybe you've started and are hesitant or are hesitant to start. Maybe you've hit a bump on the road, everything we're just talking about. And Spirit wants you to recognize that emotions and fears, worries might get in the way of our plans and us moving forward. You know, maybe we have a tendency to let our fears overcome us, and then we get anxious, and then we cry, and then we whatever, you know. And it's totally okay to have emotions, but it's really good to have an outlet, like, to process that, and to not let them make you just throw all your goals away, you know? So maybe having something in your tool belt, like your metaphorical tool belt, like journaling out your thoughts and your fears and your emotions, talking to someone, you know, if you're able to have a therapist, or going on a walk, spending time in nature, something just to clear your head. Because I feel like at this time you have these plans, you have these goals, you have these desires, and it's time to really take action, go after that, you know. And sometimes our emotions can get in the way, our fears can get in the way, because you have these great ideas, these desires, you know, these plans right now that will bring you happiness, prosperity, and success. And your spirit guides want you to realize that it's time to get clear on what you want, and get clear, like, you know, with your goals and objectives with these plans. And then also have a plan in place for what to do when negative emotions do arise. Like we were saying, take that walk, journal, talk to someone. And, you know, here it says, if you need advice, seek out the most experienced expert you can find. So that also could be pointing out to a therapist, you know, or getting advice from someone in your field. Whoever's like, you know, whatever you're working towards, getting advice is totally okay. You don't need to do everything alone. If you feel overwhelmed, like, you know, talk to people, get help, get advice. There are mentors out there. There are experts out there that can help you. All right, let's see what else wants to come through. What should not be a priority for group number 3 at this time? What can they kind of put on the back burner at this time? Oh, another king. That's interesting. The Katanga Lion. Now it's your moment to step up to a leadership role. Don't back away from the spotlight, as your plans will be successful as long as you stay focused upon the big picture. Inspiring, dramatic, ambitious, wise. Yeah, it could also be staying away from being dramatic. But you know what I'm getting from these cards here together? I feel like you're someone who does a lot of things on their own. You're very independent. Nothing's wrong with that. That's great. But I feel like you have these plans right now, and you need someone to help you, to guide you. You need, like it says, if you need advice, seek out the most experienced expert you can find. You don't need to step into the leadership role, you know, jump right in. I feel like you're just starting something out. And, you know, it's time now to learn the skills you need, to have a mentor, to come up with the plans, you know, to get really clear on your goals and make some actionable steps. You will be successful. You will be prosperous, you know, but a lot of people, you know, we just want instant results. We want to just be the leader right away. We want to just be in, like, the top person, you know, but you have to climb up that ladder. You need to have experience. You need to learn and grow and evolve. And, you know, the best things in life take time. So don't expect to just be instantly the best and the leader in your field if you're just starting something new. It's okay to seek help. It's okay to seek guidance, to have a mentor to take a class. That's actually a good thing. You want the experience, and I think it's really going to help you with your plans. And also, I feel like Spirit wants you to focus on the details right now. This is telling you not a priority, focusing on the big picture. How can you focus on the day-to-day details for your plan? You know, maybe sometimes you get overwhelmed with, like, the big picture. Like, you have the big aspiring goal, but then you get, like, kind of paralyzed at that because you're like, oh my God, how am I going to accomplish all that? That's so much. I don't even know where to start. So Spirit's saying, don't do that. Don't think about that big of a picture. Break it down into, you know, get clear on your goals, be objective, and then break it down into objectives, like into little bullet points, like, and things you can do on a day-to-day basis, a weekly basis, like monthly, you know. And again, if you need help, seek, like, a life coach, a mentor. It's going to be different for each and every one of you. So I'm just saying what's coming through here, but you can seek help, especially those of you who are feeling overwhelmed, because you have some desire, you have some goal for a reason. And Spirit is saying you will be successful with this, and they're trying to give you some advice on how to navigate this and move forward so you can achieve that goal, that success, that recognition. What is something that group number 3 is not currently aware of that you would like to bring to their attention? What would you like to bring to group number 3's attention at this time? Oh, how cute. The 10 of water, prairie dog. It's time to express your love and appreciation for family, be it relatives or a chosen family of close friends. Congratulations may be in order on a happy, fulfilling marriage as well as raising happy, balanced children. Okay, again, I see this card at, well, hold on, let's make sure all the cards are in frame. Yeah, I think we're good. Again, I feel like Spirit is calling to your attention that you need other people, you know? I feel like group number 3, you're like my hyper-independent people. You are always a leader, always doing things yourself. And now is the time to seek help from others, seek advice from others, support from others. You know, I feel like there's a lot of people around you that want to love you, that want to help you. And sometimes we might feel alone or like we don't have that support, but maybe we're just not letting it in. Maybe we're not being receptive to help or others or love or what, you know. And maybe some of you guys have been feeling lonely, and what you're wanting is a relationship, you know, and that could be something that is coming here. Maybe that is what you're working towards. Everyone's goals are going to be different, but I feel like Spirit wants you to know that you do have people that love you and support you, your spirit team, the people around you, and you also have people coming into your life that will do so, especially if you feel like you don't anymore or you don't right now. You know, I feel like part of what a lot of group number 3 wants is the love and support of others, is a family, you know, is soul family, romantic family, all children, all of that. I feel like what you are currently desiring will bring happiness. You will find those people. You will find what brings you this. This is like overall wish fulfillment and happiness, dreams coming true. So you have these desires. You have these dreams for a reason. And Spirit wants you to know when you put in that work, you get clear on what you want. You know, you push the emotions aside. You take those action steps. You stay disciplined. You seek advice and mentors and coaches and classes. You put in the time. You will be successful. You will be happy. Honestly, the best things in life take time. Best relationships take time. Best careers, jobs, you know, working on ourselves, on our health. So don't give up on your dreams. Don't let emotions or fears or lack of progress stop you, because when you stay disciplined, you know, when you focus on the day-to-day activities, you will see progress. You will. Delayed gratification. So don't give up. Stay disciplined. You will experience the happily ever after you want if you do. You know, we can't just expect to just show up out of nowhere, you know? I mean, that'd be nice. You hear about those stories, but really in reality, you have to work hard for what it is you want. Just read any autobiography of like the most successful people. There's a lot of challenges along the way, a lot of losses, a lot of whatever, but you know, if we follow what's in alignment with us, we follow our true desires, we will experience that happiness. Because again, we have those desires for a reason. So I feel like really what your spirit guides are here today to give you advice on is how to get there, and really to let you know not to give up and give you some practical advice. Okay, let's see what else wants to come through. What do you advise group number 3 to avoid at this time? What do you advise group number 3 to avoid at this time? The 5 of Fire, Ram. Occasionally, you may experience clashes with others. If you decide the matter is worth your energy, then do what you can to minimize the conflict without sacrificing your goals or beliefs. Okay, this is a good card seeing the avoid. This is conflict. Spirit's asking you to avoid clashes with others. You know, if you have certain dreams and goals, ambitions, and all of that, and maybe there's some people in your life that aren't super supportive of that. They want you to stay small. They don't want you to change. You know, maybe you just don't tell them what you're working on. You don't have to. If there's people in your life that try and challenge you, try and bring you down, maybe they shouldn't be in your life. What Spirit wants you to do is avoid conflict. Avoid triggers that will make you emotional. Avoid people that will drag you down. Avoid things that will stunt your progress. You don't want to sacrifice your goals or beliefs. So minimize conflict. That really goes with what we've been talking about. More advice from Spirit. Avoid people that will prevent you from being disciplined and working on your goals. Like maybe you have a friend who'll be like, let's just go out and drink. And, and we're like, but I have to work tomorrow. I have to work on this, and Spirit's like, stay strong. Be like, I can only go out on Saturdays or whatever it is. Just an example. Or maybe you have certain triggers like talking to a specific person, like looking at your ex's social media makes you really upset. Block them. Don't be on social media. Maybe you feel really depressed when you go on social media because you see other people's lives and you compare yourself. Let's delete those social media apps. Whatever this conflict is, like conflict in contrast with what it is you're wanting, it's time to take that out of your energy field, because right now you really want to focus on your goals so you can have that happiness, prosperity, success, and love that you want. So Spirit's giving you advice to really minimize the distractions, get rid of them. Avoid conflict, avoid friction, avoid whatever it is that will stop you from going after your dreams and your goals. What is your overall advice? What advice do you have for group number 3? What advice do you have for group number 3? Oh, okay. This card just flew over there. Oh my God, this is the advice card for the last group. I love this. The 6 of Air, Rescue Cat, Mixed Breed. The challenging times are coming to an end, and you can now breathe a sigh of relief. Let the past go and embrace the happier times ahead. The 6 of Swords, the 6 of Air, is a card of transition. You are transitioning out of a hard time, a challenging time. And Spirit is giving you, your guides are giving you all of these actionable things to do, this advice today, so you can embrace the happier times ahead, so you can transition to this more pleasant place. And I feel like your guides came through with a lot of advice today, and they want you to know you are on the path of success, all good things, whatever it is you're wanting. You have these desires for a reason. So let's just go over it. Let's get clear again. Summarize what your guides want you to do. First off, they want you to communicate clearly with yourself. What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? I highly recommend, your guides mostly are recommending, writing this down in a journal, getting clear. What are your goals? What do you want to experience in this life? And then what can you do day to day to get to those goals? How can you improve your skill set? Is there any advice you can get? Any mentors, coaches, classes you can take? There's always something. Even if you don't have money, there's free courses, free videos on YouTube. You can, everyone's goals are going to be different, but you can always find something. And if excuses come up, how can you squash those excuses? Those are limiting beliefs, And realize that it's okay to ask for help, to get support from others, especially with therapy, with everything we've been talking about, the teachers, the mentors, the life coaches, all of that. And maybe there's some relationships in your life while you're working on your goals would be best to distance yourself from. People that might take you away from your goals, drag you down, be bad influences. And maybe there's triggers or things that really prevent you from working on your goals, like social media. Really journaling about this, getting clear as possible will help you make the changes and the adjustments you need in your life to reach your goals. And when you do all of this, your spirit guides want you to know you will be successful. There are happier times ahead. There is love ahead, success, happiness, prosperity. Whatever it is you desire is just around the corner. It just takes some discipline, some clarity, and you will get there. Don't let little hiccups in the road. Don't let other people drag you down, because you are so worthy of having the life you desire. Group number 3, so worthy. So don't settle. Don't give up. You got this. And that concludes your reading. I hope you got the guidance and the messages you needed most at this time. If you did enjoy this reading, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, leave a comment if you wish, and if you would like to book a private reading with me, my email is down below. I'm truly so grateful you're here. I wish you all the best, and again, you are so worthy. So worthy, group number 3. I love you. Bye.